isn't enough. Now, the APC River State has ordered for governor to resign in 48 hours or be impeached. Well, the All Progressive Congress in River State has urged Governor Fubara to resign within 48 hours or be impeached. The House of Assembly at its 133rd legislative sitting issued a warrant, which was yesterday, for arrest for the chairman of River State Independent Electoral Commission, Justice Adolphus Enebeli, and his commissioners, citing Section 129, subsection 1D of the Constitution. Now, in less than 48 hours after two of those commissioners resigned following the ongoing political crisis in the state, another commissioner, Thompson, has also resigned. Now, in a similar development, the former governor of River State, Rufus, urged the parties involved in the political impasse to refrain from inflammatory statements, unnecessary ultimatum, and threats for the overall peace of Rivers. However, Fubara has said that despite the ensuing political circumstances against his administration, Rivers people will emerge stronger, eventually urging the people to remain peaceful and law-abiding in the overall interest of the state. Well, let me just go towards the end. Fubara therefore urged his teaming supporters and indeed well-meaning River State people not to be disheartened by recent turns of events, but cheer up, knowing that God does not abandon his project. He pointed to the ungodly motive of those pushing to disrupt governance by what's named the feisty political relationship, and insisted that his path would remain ensuring peace and warned against any act of lawlessness. Ooh. That needed to breathe out. Okay, let me start with you, okay, Chris, this time around. Now, first there was a 48 hours of the submission of the 2025 budget, which they gave 48 hours ultimatum. Now, the APC has come out in River State, obviously, to say he has to resign in the next 48 hours, or threatening for impeachment because he refused to still, submit the budget. And of course, we already know that a lot of people have resigned, from yesterday till today.
Okay, now politics is not a game for children. Politics is deep. It's like deep water. Now, if you're not a good swimmer, you don't go there. All right? If you just consume, you just wash you away and all of that. But I think at this point, for our fault, and then as we stand now, right, is fighting from the odds. The odds are against him. The odds are against him because the law, to the point of the Supreme Court, has ruled against him. The vast majority of the House are against him. All right, so he's fighting a lost battle at hand. So what I would have advised him to do is to play maturely. In Sokoto State, this senator just left my head now. The sitting senator used to be former governor. That was a former governor of the state, Wamako. Thank you. Wamako brought in Tambua on the request of Tinubu back then. So on the first time Tambua was governor, was going to come back, then he defected from APC to PDP. So Wamako now said he's going to put Tambua, who is the warlord in Sokoto, that was going to unseat him as a governor. You know what Tambua did? Few days, probably 2 days to that election, Tambua visited Wamako, shook hands with him and bowed to him, respected him as the one that brought him to power. Immediately he did that, I said Tambua will retain his seats. But what he did was to say, look, I'm not in contention with you. You understand? But this is just politics. I need to survive. With that, he bought sympathy. A lot of people that would have gone with Wamako had a soft heart for him, and eventually he won with a very glimmer, margin. About just doing the margin. You understand? But when he made that move, that was maturity. Because he would have said, "I'm the same governor. I can prove it. I can prove that, and I can chest it with Wamako." But he did that. It was a smooth to even soften Wamako. Wamako would probably at that point not be able to act against him.
So are you saying Fubara
now,
should?
What I'm trying to say is not exactly the same. Because either he likes it or not, the odds are far against him. Okay, so the best he can do is to find a way around it, either to lobby the president or find those that can lobby Wike, whichever way. Just try to survive this term. Then go to, because this is also just 27. If you can just push yourself through. By 2027, it will be fresh ground. Do you understand? At that point, the hold Wiki has on you now with these lawmakers will probably not be there again. So what you need to do is just to survive. But when you survive brutally, Rivers people will suffer. Because as you are planning, your people on the other side are planning. You understand? And now they have the numbers to impeach you. And already you have committed impeachable offenses, a number of it. And the court has highlighted that take the budget back to them and all that. Because right now they have the right constitutionally to say you spend appropriate money without appropriation. You spend public fund without appropriation. And the only window you have to do that is just 6 months. Like you've done for that, you've done that for more than 6 months. So obviously you are impeachable at the moment. And then all things, it will take a miracle for you not to be impeached. And if you try to fight dirty, Rivers people will suffer for it. People will die on the street. It will become river of blood again. So the best he can do, if he has the people interest at heart, is to fight maturely. Sometimes you just look a bit foolish and just go for peace at all costs. Go for peace at all costs. But then you get your second term, then you can strategize.
Wow. I hope we can pick calls today because Mazi, please. I don't know how fast you can be. Well. Yeah. Oh, same opinion.
Yes.
Okay.
Because it's fighting a very, very bad battle. Wike is a dangerous place. You can't bite to Wike and think that you go scot-free. These politicians have to fear them. They fight them. The odds are against him. And the people are already, you can't spend even the internal generated revenue, you can't spend it. You can't spend the budget, you can't spend any money. You can't spend any money. Of course, you don't have your own money to spend. And again, the 27 lawmakers are against you. The only remedy is just what Chris has said. And the only people that can do is the North, like you mentioned, Wamako, and the West. Those of us from the South and Southeast will have that element of pride in us. But there's nothing. Pride goes before a fall.
Yeah.
Let him go now. From now to that time, go and the other wicked look oh God, why do it? We serve together, blah blah blah. There's a way he can do it. Because there's nothing. He committed blunders. And the elder, where are the elders? I think
there's a people silence them all now.
Last week that let them not be the elders that said, come, the disciples, I mean the soldiers that guarded the Christ, come and take one and say we were asleep when the disciples came and cried. So the elders should be able to tell whosoever the truth. Because they've either sided the governor or whatever. Not knowing that there is water, bad water in front. The Supreme Court is the highest court. He cannot go anywhere. Go and present that budget. And of course, they've now summoned the chairman of the state independent committee. Come. And they've given bench warrant to arrest him to bring. So everyone is now fighting to save his face. About 2 or 3 commissioners have resigned. So he's going to fight alone. But then the issue is this. Let there be peace and River State. The 2 elephants suffering. Don't be surprised that Wike might be sponsoring those people. So my solution here is that he should find a soft landing. And
sorry, hold on.